All right, good evening, good afternoon, and from wherever you are joining us, I want to welcome you to today's Tech Talk. My name is Dr. Johnson Ilade, and I'm here to just share a happy new year with you and also talk about the trends in the tech industries and what you need to know, especially as we go into the year 2023. So please like, share the videos, and also follow us also to get more updated information like the one we are going to be talking about today. So throughout this year, we are going to be going through a lot of topics, a lot of talks, especially relating to the tech industries, to give you a kind of enlightenment about the field and maybe what areas you need to focus on, where there are potential, where there are opportunities, and also to explain some key concepts that are in that field to you, to make it very clear to you what is happening in the field. So I want to welcome you once again to our Tech Talk for today. Now today we want to just look at what has been trending in the tech industries for some few months now, which is job loss, especially in the big tech companies, the job loss. So if we look at 2023, tech jobs, is it going to be something that boom or that bust? Okay, now when it's booming, it means that the economy grows, the income grows, and then jobs are plenty, and the market is bringing a lot of returns to those who invest in tech companies. So when it is booming, that is what we expect. But what about when it busts? That means that the economy shrinks, the people are losing their jobs, and investors are also losing money. So what are we expecting in 2023? Is it a boom or a bust? That is what I want us to discuss today. Now, if you look at what has happened in at least maybe the last 5 to 6 months in the tech industry, especially in 2022, there is a lot of job loss. And the fact that people are in tech, many tech people are afraid today that they are likely to lose their job in 2023 because the layoff still continues. Some new companies have just even laid off some staff in January, and some other people that have not even stepped into the tech industry. They are having that panic and that fear that is there really opportunity in the tech industry? Am I really making the decisions to step into the tech industry? So these are things that I want us to have that conversation about. So what do we expect in 2023? Is it a boom or a bust? Now, according to the report, there are so many job lays off last year. In fact, it's estimated to be about 152,000 employees that were laid off in 2022, and that's cut across so many companies. Now, the top companies that lay off are Facebook, Amazon, Twitter, Stripe, and a number of other ones. So, but there are a lot of small companies too that also had some layoff. So, in the biggest layoff, they said happens in November 2022. So there are about 53,000 job loss in 2023. In November 2022, 53,000 people were laid off that month alone in the tech industry. That's a big number. So, but what are we expecting in 2023 now? Because in 2022, Facebook laid off 13% of their workforce. 13%. That's about 11,000 people who are laid off in Facebook in 2022. Then Amazon laid off about 10,000 workers. Then Twitter laid off 50% of their workforce, which is about 3,700. When Elon Musk took over Twitter, the first thing that he did was to lay off half of the company staff last October. Then Stripe, which is a payment company, also lay off about 1,050 staffs, okay, around November. Then Noom, another company that is in the health and fitness app industry, they also get rid of about 1,095 people. Now, so these are trends that we see in 2022. But what do we expect in 2023? And the funny part of it is that many of the people that are working in this top IT industry, these are areas that you are not really expecting a layoff. In fact, many of the people that I know in those companies, they said they wake up and they saw the email that they have been laid off. They are not expecting it. Some of them that were in Facebook that were laid off, they said they just woke up and saw the email. They were not expecting that they would be laid off. So now the first thing that I want to put in context is when you just hear layoff, layoff, layoff. Now the first thing that you need to know is that during the pandemic, actually in the tech industry, there was a very big hiring during the pandemic because everything was going online during pandemic. So most of the tech companies, they actually do a lot of rush to hire a lot of people because they think everything is going fully online. Everything is going fully online. So companies like Facebook, they actually double their staff number. They double their staff number. So they lay off 13%, definitely. But during that time, they actually double. So it is 50% higher that they make. So even though they lay off 13%, it's not the full amount of people that they actually hire during the pandemic that was laid off. So many of them thought everything is going online during the pandemic. So they invest in hiring more staff. But now post-pandemic, things have changed. People are back into in-person. And so that is why some of the layoffs, reduction in the number of staff that we are seeing is also happening. So that's very, very, very key. And so it is 13% they lay off, but actually during pandemic, they actually hire 50% more. They double their staff level. So that means in the real sense, it is not totally all the number of people that were hired that were laid off. Now, so when we now look at 2023, what would that mean for the tech industry? Does it mean that tech skills are no longer in high demand? Does it mean that there is no more opportunities for people in the tech industry? What would we expect in 2023? Now, the first thing that I want you to know is that professionals in tech industry still remain in high demand. Professionals in tech industry still remain in high demand. In fact, despite the recent layoffs, especially from the big companies, okay, we are not talking all tech companies, from the big companies, okay, so the tech skills still hold the upper hand because we are dealing with a knowledge industry, knowledge-based industry. So tech still remain one of the top skill that is still in demand today. So I want you to put that at the back of your mind. So tech is not going away. In fact, there is an industrial revolution that we are dealing with that is initiated by technology. And so tech is still in high demand despite the massive layoff that we see. Okay. In fact, it is reported that there are a lot of more positions than people available to fill them. There are a lot of tech opportunities and positions than people to fill them, especially in US. Okay, in US they said there are about 375,000 tech jobs that remain open, that they have not found the right people to fill in those positions. And I can tell you, I receive job requests almost every day. Almost every day. Nothing has changed. It has not changed. It is still the same. I receive job requests almost every day. So that means that the tech industry is not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. The only thing is that we need to then reposition ourselves to ensure that the skills that are in demand is what we have. to be able to meet that need. So that's the first thing I want you to know. So professionals in tech, they are still in high demand. In fact, one company called Dice, who is an online career marketplace, says that job listing by tech industry increases 25% this January. It increases by 25%. So tech professionals are still in high demand. So there is a boom, and I can tell you that. I can tell you that. Now, number two thing that I want you to bear in mind is that the best jobs in the tech industry might not be at the top 5 companies that we know. Okay, they call them the FANG. So, which is an acronym that just put the name of the top 5 companies like Facebook, Amazon, Twitter, and all of those things. They call them FANG, the top 5 companies. Okay, the top 5 companies: Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, and Alphabet, which is Google. So they are the top 5 companies in tech. But the thing is that the hiring might not come from them, but other companies, because tech is not just a particular industry. The skill of tech apply across all industry. So the top hiring in 2023 might not come from those top 5 big companies, but there are a lot of other companies that apply tech. In fact, a lot of companies are actually just waking up to the impact of AI, to the impact of machine learning, to the impact of data analytics to their company, and they are hiring more staff to be able to do those things for them. So the job hiring in 2023 might not come from the top 5 big companies, but that does not reduce the number of demand for jobs in the industry. So the best job might not come from those top 5, but still tech skills are still going to be in high demand. So now let me now put how do you prepare yourself? How do you prepare yourself for opportunity in tech in 2023? How do you prepare yourself for opportunity in tech in 2023? So I can tell you there will be a boom in the number of opportunities that are open in 2023. It might not be in the top 5, but there is still going to be a lot of tech related jobs this year. So number one thing that I want you to bear in mind as you prepare yourself for opportunity in the tech industry is that job in tech industry is not going away. So know that there is going to be a lot of other opportunities. So don't let the fact that Facebook is laying off, Twitter is laying off, Amazon is laying off, all of them laying off, make you think that, oh, maybe tech is going away. There is not going to be any job again. No, there is still a lot of positions that are looking for people with that skill to fill it. So tech jobs is not going away. There will be more opportunities and jobs in tech industry. It's not going away. In fact, the 4th and 5th industrial revolution that we are seeing is creating more job opportunities in different sectors. So that's the first thing. Number 2, if you're also new in the tech space, it is good to find a mentor or find somebody that can coach you to lead you and guide you into areas of demand in the field. That is very key. Don't just do tech skill randomly without a guide. Look for where the market opportunity is, and you can leverage on the experience of people who are in the field to advise you on where they see the opportunity. Because there are some skills in the tech industry that are fading away, but there are a lot of new skills that are emerging. So you might need a mentor, you might need a coach, you might need a guide, somebody that is experienced in the field to actually guide you. If you are somebody that is new coming into tech, to actually help you to know where the opportunities are, what are the jobs that are actually in demand, and then you can focus on those things. So that's very key when you are looking at your career in 2023 in the tech industry. So that's very key. So jobs in the tech industry might require you to leverage on the experience of people who are experienced in the field. Number 3, Strengthen your connection and network in the field. Okay, strengthen your connection and network in the field. Now, when the companies were laying off all those thousands of people, one thing you will discover is that on LinkedIn, they were posting, they were trying to ask for people to say, hey, I'm looking for opportunity if you have new opportunity, because you see, your network is your net worth. The people that you know in the field, the people that you are connected with in the field, they can be the people that will connect you to the next opportunity. So one thing that I want you to focus on doing more this year is to network with the right people that are in your field, that are in your area. Join groups of people that are working in the area. If you are working in AI, machine learning, we have a group. We have an AI group network, which is to share job opportunity, which is to share opportunity to refer you for any role. So these are things that will help you to actually survive if there is any layoff. So when you are laid off, it is people that you know that are likely to be the people that can recommend and help you first. So if you want to build your career strong, make sure that you don't do it alone. Network with the right people. Network. Most of the job opportunity, over almost 70% of jobs, they are filled through referral. They are filled through referral. So make sure that you build a strong network in the field. It's very key. It's very key to your success. A lot of people are afraid, oh, I will lose my job. Yes, if you lose your job, if you have a good network, if you are somebody that people know and they can trust, you will get another job. So don't worry about it. All you need to do is to build your network intentionally. Be a part of a group of people that are doing things that relate to what you are doing, and make sure you are also making contributions so that they know your skill, they know your talent. When you are in need, then they can recommend you. That's very key. Number 4 thing that I would suggest to help you prepare for 2023 is invest in continuous growth and development so that you can have your skill up to date. Invest in your continuous growth and development. So you need to upskill, you need to reskill. There are some things that you need to learn to make sure that you are market ready. You see, because when some people lose their job in the company they are working for, the skill that they have there in that company might not be relevant to the market. It might be obsolete. So make sure that you are checking what is the market requirement, what are the new skills, what are the new tools, what are the new techniques that is going on in that field. Make sure that you are up to date, updating yourself, so that anytime you need to change from one company to another, you are not missing. You are not having a gap in your experience and knowledge. You are up to date. You have all the skills that it takes to transition to another company. So make sure that you are investing in your career growth, and that's why we do training. The goal of our training is to help you to upskill and to reskill, to learn something new. And our next training for data analysis is going to start in March. I will give you more detail on that very soon. But upskilling, reskilling, and preparing yourself career-wise by learning new things is a key way to build your career strong. It's a key way to build your career. Don't just sit down in your comfort zone. Stretch yourself to learn new things, because it will give you an advantage. And the more things that you even know how to do well, the more opportunities you have to earn more. That is very key. So make sure that you invest in continuous growth and upskilling. And finally, your skill is not restricted to working in just big tech companies. Tech skills are applicable in vertical industry. So if you hear all that is trending in the news, big tech companies laying off, yes, that does not mean that tech skills are no longer in demand, because tech is an applied discipline. Tech is an applied skill. So that means even if the big tech companies are not hiring any longer, assuming all other companies are hiring. Tech people can work in banking industry. Tech people can work in hospital. Tech people can work in transportation. Tech people can work in any field, education, any area. There is tech. There is tech. And for us that, that specializes in AI and data analysis, actually, any company where there is data, there is opportunity. So I want you to know that your skill is not restricted to just working for Facebook or working for Amazon or working for Netflix. No, that skill can be applied anywhere. So if they are telling you there is no more job in tech industry, they might just be talking about the layoff that happened with the top 5, but a lot of other vertical industries are hiring. They are hiring. There is so much demand for tech skill. So I want you to diversify your experience. Have knowledge of even some domains beyond the tech. For example, you want to work in an insurance company. Maybe your background is from insurance company, and you now add tech to it. So you already have some domain knowledge. You can get a job as a tech specialist in the insurance industry, or maybe banking. Your background is banking and finance. You add tech to it, you can actually work in that area. So your skill is not limited to only tech companies like Facebook. No, you can apply tech skill in any industry. Anyway, so that's all I have for us today. So I look forward to sharing again on Tech Talk by next week. So please invite your friends and loved ones to join us. And like I said, our next batch of training will be happening in March. So the registration will soon open, and then you will be able to upskill and upgrade yourself. Get ready for skills that are in high demand. So I look forward to coming back to discuss more on the Tech Talk next time. For now, have a great weekend and see you again soon. Bye.